After an incredible 18-game win streak, the Phoenix Suns finally lost a game this week, which means the team that now has the longest win streak in the NBA at the moment is the Houston Rockets. What the fuck? Yes, the Houston Rockets, who started this season an astonishingly bad 0-16, are now on a 6-game win streak. And I didn't freaking understand it at all. I mean, to be fair, I'm still a little bit confused, but I looked into it because, duh, I had to. How the hell are the Rockets suddenly winning games? And I decided to share my knowledge with the rest of you in case anyone else was as mind-boggled by this accomplishment as I was. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the Rockets. First things first that we've got to talk about. Christian Wood is finally playing center, and that's a fantastic thing. In my opinion, this is the biggest and best change for the team overall. For most of the start of the season, they were playing Christian Wood and Daniel Theis together. Christian Wood was playing power forward, and by extension, Jae Sean Tate was playing small forward. Christian Wood is now finally playing his natural 2022 position of center, the same position he was playing last year that he was kicking ass at. And as a result, he is playing great. He's averaging around 20 points and over 10 rebounds. Once again, he looks like a fantastic player, not quite an all-star, but a very good player. Christian Wood just is not meant to play power forward. He's not a shooter like that. And Jae Sean Tate is also very much not meant to play small forward because he's not a shooter. If you were going to play these two dudes in 2022, you need Tate at power forward and Christian Wood at center. There is no reason to be playing what is basically a 3-big lineup in the year 2022. There's just none. As a result, the team looks way better. Freaking shock and disbelief, I know, it's crazy. The team has actual floor spacing now, which is also helped by the fact that guys are starting to hit their three-pointers, specifically Garrison Matthews and Armani Brooks. And I'm going to be straight with you all, those names are not names that I would have recognized before researching to make this video. Like, I've watched one actual Rockets game this season. I don't know much about this team, but those two dudes have been on fire for the last couple games, specifically Garrison Matthews, who is shooting over 50% from 3 on 8 attempts a game. These two dudes making their threes is huge for this team that has been a terrible three-point shooting team and a terrible offense in general. Their spacing sucked, their three-point shooting sucked, and now Kevin Porter Jr. has looked like a fantastic passer with Jalen Green out of the lineup. He's putting up a whole lot more assists and relatively, whole lot less turnovers. That's a fantastic thing for this dude who started the season looking like he sucked balls. His scoring has also looked a little bit better. He's not actually scoring more the last few games, but he's just been a little bit more efficient, which is not a big accomplishment when he started the season shooting 35% from the field, but hey, improvement is improvement. As a result of all these changes, the Houston Rockets are on a 6-game win streak and are now only the 14th seed in the Western Conference instead of the 15th seed. Yay! Now look, this team, there's two caveats to say about this team. First of all, this team is not good. Okay, yes, they are on a 6-game win streak, but don't get it twisted. The Houston Rockets are not a good NBA team. They are playing very well right now against mostly other bad teams, and they are winning, and that's impressive, and it's nice to see them playing better. But this is not a playoff team, Rockets fans. Your team is still tanking this season. Trust me, this is not a playoff team remotely. Second thing to say is that you maybe don't want to be so happy about the fact that Jalen Green is out. I've seen people out there making jokes, and some people who seem to be serious about the fact that Jalen Green sucks, Jalen Green shouldn't come back, he's the reason this team's so bad, and like, okay, first of all, you are partially right. Jalen Green has played like shit this season, and I'm partially to blame for that. He was my Rookie of the Year pick, and basically any time I say that a rookie's going to be amazing, they suck balls. Okay, it's my fault Jalen Green's so bad. Cavs fans should be sucking my dick right now because I said Evan Mobley was going to be terrible this year, and look at that. He's leading the Rookie of the Year race. Or he's at least top 2 anyway. That guy Scotty Barnes is looking like a beast too. Anyway, my rookie cursing aside, Jalen Green is a very, very important piece for this team's future. He is still by far the player on this team with the most potential, and yes, that includes Kevin Porter Jr. He's the player on this team most likely to be an all-star one day. Yes, that includes Kevin Porter Jr. Jalen Green is a core piece of the Houston Rockets' future. You want him playing games, even if he does make your team worse right now, because, my goodness, he's played like shit. You want him playing. You want him getting better. He is the dude who's going to make your team relevant one day, if anyone on your current roster is. Kevin Porter Jr. is not carrying your team into contention with Christian Wood. That is not a championship or even a remotely threatening playoff duo right there. You need Jalen Green to develop. You need him on the floor playing and hopefully, getting better. So don't be happy that he's out. However, it is nice to see the rest of the team playing well together. Having better spacing around everyone should make everyone better. Jalen Green is also going to benefit when he comes back. He's also going to benefit from KPJ, passing better. He's going to benefit from the shooters on the team hitting their shots. He is going to benefit from all the improvements that the rest of the team is benefiting from. So hopefully that'll be the spark that gets his ass in gear. I don't think he's winning Rookie of the Year at this point. I'm not expecting some Anthony Edwards mid-season turnaround like last year. But if he can just play better than he was before, which should not be difficult remotely, then the Rockets will be in a better position for their future. This is still going to be one of the worst teams in the West, one of the worst teams in the entire league. They are not making the play-in tournament. I would pretty much guarantee this team is not going to be a top 10 seed, all right? This win streak's going to end soon. They're going to fall back down to earth, but improvement is improvement, and that is a good thing. I'm not trying to shit on the Rockets here. This is a team that's trying to tank. It's not like this is a team that's trying to win this season. They're literally trying to be bad, all right? But being good while being bad, that doesn't make any sense. But you know what I mean. Improvements while being bad are still a good thing for this team. The Rockets are on a great winning streak, and yeah, they're looking a lot better. We'll see what their record ends up being, but if they're not the worst team in the West while still being one of the worst teams in the league, so they get a high draft pick, I'd call that a win.